This is one of my favorite field agent gigs. It's for like fruit and vegetables in the produce section. And when these drop, they usually do every supermarket, so you can make a lot of money. So here I am casually walking into the store. This was at a Publix. And now it wants a picture of every 4 foot section that has bulk apples. So I'm taking my pictures really quickly and I am going from left to right. You have to go from left to right, take nice clear pictures of the whole thing. Boom, that was all the bulk apples that there was. And then now it's going to ask if there was a display for the apples. Wait, no, that's next. It's going to ask for a bagged apple, so like the packages of apples that are in a bag. So it was right behind the bulk apples, so I didn't really have to walk around and waste time. So there we go. There was a couple of sections of these apples that were bagged up, so I got those. Now I am going to the next question. Now it's asking for displays, and I saw like an end cap display as I was walking there. So I am going to say yes, and then this is an end cap for apples, and that's it. There's kind of a glitch that's saying the pictures are blurry. Just ignore that and check and make sure your pictures are clear. It's like a new feature, but it doesn't really work that good. It says it's blurry, but it's not. So just keep that in mind. So now the next one was for pears. They were a little bit harder to find, but there was only one little section of the pears. So I am looking for it. I think I might have had to ask someone for this. When it's your first time doing a gig or your first time at the store, it may take longer, but once you do a couple of these, you'll know where all the stuff that you need is. So I was still looking for the pears, so this one took me a little bit longer. It could be difficult because produce could be like a little bit spread out and harder to find. So I finally found where the pears were. It was a really small section. I had to ask someone. If you have to ask someone tell them that you're doing like Instacart or something like that, so they don't think you're doing one of these gigs, because some of the stores don't want you taking pictures in their store. So now I am looking for cucumbers. This one was super easy. There was like a wall with the fresh vegetables. So I found the cucumbers right there. There was a small section, so I just took pictures of both of those sections. Now it's asking if there was a display. There was not. Now it's asking for peppers. So the peppers were in the same spot as the cucumbers, so I already knew that was there. So now I'm moving right along. There was no displays. Now it wants to see tomatoes. So it's going to want to see the big tomatoes and then the little cherry tomatoes. So they were in a different section of the store. So I found them. So there was more than one section. So you're going to take the whole 4 foot section of every section that contains tomato. Again, with that error message, just ignore it. It's annoying. I don't know. Hopefully they fix that soon. But my pictures were clear, and I did this like a couple of days ago, so I know it got approved. So there were some tomatoes over there, some tomatoes here, and that was about it for the tomatoes. Now it's asking if there was a display. I didn't see a display, and now it wants strawberries. So this could be a little bit overwhelming for the pay, $3, and it's asking for a lot of stuff. But like I said, once you know where all this stuff is, these pictures are really quick, and a lot of them are only 1 or 2 pictures per section. Like for the peppers, I went back because I saw cucumber, so I scrolled back through the app. If you forget a display, but then you find it later, you could add it. So don't forget to keep your eye out and make sure that you find any displays. So now I am fast forwarding through the app, getting back to the section that I was. Now it wanted a picture for the cucumbers, so I got the display for the cucumbers, and now I am moving right along. I'm almost done. Now it's going to ask for, I think the last one, strawberries. So I knew exactly where the strawberries were in this store. So I go over to the strawberries. I think someone was in my way. Try not to take pictures of people. Sometimes people get in your way. And I was checking and making sure that my camera wasn't smudged because I was getting all those error messages saying that my pictures were blurry. So I'm just wiping my camera with my shirt, making sure it's clear. So strawberry. That's it. It wanted the organic and the non-organic strawberries. So there was someone's cart in my way, but I was still able to get my picture and keep on moving. Now there was no displays, and it asked the last question in these type of gigs is going to ask you for a freestanding display. So I always do this as I'm walking out, just any display that we didn't already get, and then that's it. But remember, after you hit complete, always search the app, refresh it, because there could be 2, 3, even 5 more gigs at the same store, and click the link down below to sign up.